Aye. Don't forget to invest. Don't forget to invest. Shine your eye. Use your head. Come make we go now. About Property Matta.
Shine your eyes, use your head. Make we together know wetin dey sup on top Property Matta. Today na Tuesday, the 7th day in the month of November 2023. Baba God will spare our life to see another lovely episode of Property Matta with Engineer Debo Adejana. Oga Ogbonge as far as Property Matta dey concern. Last week we don't begin the one where we look into, that is things wey surround house demolition. Last week we've been take a lot of salient points on top things where they even cause why make government talk say they want demolish house. Then this week we will take them from where we stop on top things we still revolve around house demolition. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief. Like Chief Olododo said, we are continuing on the topic that we started last week, how to avoid house demolition, because a lot of people have suffered that issue lately. And I think we've established the fact that when you are buying or transacting on land, there are two things to check. Yes. We established that one. One is to check the status of the land, which is to say whether it is within a place you can do and all of that. Then to check the use that you can put the land to.
Make a person no use
yes.
Normal house, do industrial estate.
And all of those things, because those are things that can lead to demolition. Then again, your planning, which is the one we want to talk about today. A lot of people, they've relegated architects to the background. They just call Jumbu or Baba Monso that has been a site bricklayer for a long time. They take them to site and say, oh yeah, 3-bedroom laveko. Then Jumbu or Baba Monso will just start something. No, there is what is called building code or building regulation. You understand? You must also follow such in your planning. You must design your house. That house you want to build, it should be represented on paper first, or these days on the system. Okay. You understand? It should be drawn by an architect. Well, I don't think there is a draftsman anymore.
I don't know something called
yeah, there used to be draftsman. So they work then they work with architects.
Okay.
Draftsmen those days. Now there they are, you don't know draftsmen. I remember one place where we stayed for Sule one time like that. There is one man that is Baba Akim. That is a draftsman. His firstborn is Akim. And then he has, I've forgotten that his brother or somebody that came to live with him. They were the ones that took us to a Boy Scouts that time. So
are you a scout?
Always prepared. I mean,
I'm a scout.
Radio,
you are not a full scout. You don't know our
Wow.
We.
Wow.
Yes. You're a baby scout.
Well, I was a cop scout or what?
You're a baby scout. I say baby scout. Scout your girl. I mean, they regulate scout for the whole of the Southwest. Let's go.
You know, we had that brown short trouser.
Simona Kashifu.
Yeah, God.
George in Power. Now, if you are a guy for scout, the owner of scout, George in Power.
Yes.
Always be prepared.
Yes, sir.
How are you, mommy? Where for me, where I get
staff of office.
They know me for the whole of Oyo.
Oyo is where you did your scout.
My own will be like, I will be commissioner of police.
You even village scout. Village scout. That's why you dey like that. The village scout you be abeg. So there is. So we have draftsmen. They usually used to work. They draw. They are the ones that they work with architects those days. You know, they work with architects. They are not exactly architects, but they work with architects to draw those things, house plans. Yes, building plans and all. So you have to give your. There has to be a conceptualization and say an idea. What you want build? Some person suppose put them for paper saying like this it go be. First, they go relate them to the land. Because now the land, shape of the land, they go first see.
As the topography.
The shape of the land, topography, they go first see. Before they now say, okay, let's do this. Do you understand? So they will now design it. And when we talk about building regulation or building code, there are certain, we're talking about setback, buffer zone last week. So there are certain, for example, if most often, like I did something some time ago on the corner piece. A lot of people, when they want to buy land, they say, give me corner piece, give me corner piece.
You don't even know the corner piece.
And corner piece has its advantage, no doubt. But you see, it also has its disadvantage that you must know. For example, if me, I buy land, my land now 648 square meter. You buy corner piece, now 648 square meter. The thing where you feel build for your land, my own, I feel build something will be bigger a bit than your own. Reason be say, by building code, any side of your land where road pass, the kind of setback where you suppose live there now 6 meters. No be 3.
But the place where road no pass.
The way road no pass, you feel live 3. So if you have a land where be say no be corner piece, now one place road go pass, either in front of them. It means say now that front you go live 6 meters. The right side there, the left side there, and the back 3 meters.
You get yours.
But if na corner piece, road pass 2 places.
Yes, now.
So for those 2 sides, now 6 meters you.
If I corner piece, it be like say if you use 2 address.
Not really. The people naming the street will have chosen where you face is the name you will collect.
Where gate face.
Where you face, where it's your front.
And that one we call where belle face.
Now where belle face you will collect. Yeah. So if you have a corner piece, you then have to leave 6 on the 2 sides that your land shares with the road. Meaning that it's reducing the space you can build. You understand? So, but usually though, why people don't get to notice it a lot is that when town planners do layout and stuff, they try to give more size to the corner piece as they are cutting those lands, those plots, because they also know that implication. And that's why a lot of people just think almost automatically that most corner pieces are bigger. Not necessarily so. So you have to be mindful of that. So there is building code, okay, that then specifies what you should do and all of that. Then a lot of people, because have you seen places where you see that this is the road, but you just get to a point on the road, you see that it has reduced. People have built, they've come out more or less to build on the road. That the one that is starting, and the road will now be getting narrower as you go on. And a lot of times, what people don't realize is that, look, except the law does not want to take its course, these things are clear and can be verified. Like the case of demolition that happened in Lagos, a lot of those, Lekki particularly, a lot of those places were on drainage pathway, or they did not leave the necessary setback to the canal.
And the news where we take this morning, sir, they say, make we expect rain this November, but today papers still talk, say, make we expect serious rain.
No, wait, you know see the rain of yesterday?
Morio.
And is it day before yesterday?
Yesterday night.
And day before yesterday or something like that. What did I say? No, I was on the mainland at the time. But I understand, yes, it fell on the island as well.
The island, no,
that one that I
mainland,
witnessed.
Rain, no, the island.
And that mainland that I witnessed yesterday.
And you bad. No, the island rain no dey fall there. Na Ajebota rain dey fall.
What do you mean by rain no dey fall?
The
island rain dey fall pass now. An island na him get.
Say our own rain, the big bag gbogbo kan wa lile ni for mainland. Hey, our rain say that. Wow.
No, that rain. And you no want anybody just boom like that.
Me wey I don't even get movement yesterday. Nobody tell me. Mo wọlé ni eteba fún mi ẹ dákun. Ẹgbẹ́ ogun kana. Mo ya asun. May they no kill me.
So, exactly, I mean, I believe that forecast, that there will be rain. You can now imagine when people build on drainages, build on setbacks, build on canals, there will be issue.
Because every government won't control erosion matter.
I tell you, the case of Ikota, VGC, is an example. VGC has been there for some time and they have very fantastic drainage system. But they said some years ago, about 3 houses just decided that they want to extend their whatever. and they blocked the canal way. And that is what has been the major challenge of VGC flood since they did that. But you know, it was this demolition that cleared that path. You know, so people need to understand that there is building code. Then, especially where there are canals and stuff like that, when you get approval from physical planning and all, you need to also get clearance from Ministry of Environment. Okay. You understand? So that you've at least something that clears you that you've left necessary setback, or this is what you should leave, you know, for this canal part, and especially people building around canal areas and stuff like that. You need to talk to because and get clearance from Ministry of Environment.
People feel say once they get money to sand field, no wahala. You know, say most people wey no build for canal, na money no dey. If you see anybody wey build for where canal dey or where swampy land, you go know say na big man dey try am. Yoruba people say akpani nkole zori ile olomi. Say understand. So now people wey get the money. So most times they feel nobody want to come here. Nobody want to touch. So we have the money, we can do it. Nobody go question.
And there are some places that are wetland. They are there not to be built on for now, because they are there just to take excess water when there is flood, and to push it out later after the flood has subsided. They are there to take excess water. They are the low areas. They call them flood plains. Or wetlands. But you see a lot of people. There are some areas, I don't want to mention name, especially around the Ogun State corridor. These are known wetlands. You know what happens to them? During rainy season, they pack away from their area. It is after rainy season has gone that they are able to come back. What kind of life is that? You know what kind of life is that? And that is part of not doing due diligence when you are buying. So check what you are buying. You know,
they will leave the house completely.
They have to, because otherwise, I mean, you know, because Ibelomi man said to see. You know, that's where the rain settles when it rains. So you need to take precaution. Use professionals. This is what I will tell people today. Number one, use professionals. A lot of times we want to run away from their bill. Abi?
Yeah, because I want to ask one question before you go further on that professional. I did notice say some house dey when then they build them. In fairness to government, they go come put red this thing bagada like this. But you go see after a month or two, then it go turn to normal color.
Exactly.
Normal color. Go fade. You know the meaning of the fading. So I feel say that kind of thing, they don't already tell them say whether you cause backdoor diplomacy, whether I use backdoor diplomacy now, this thing we have told you is registered. And government get something. If they don't tell you something, there's a paper filed to that.
Of course.
Now you think say you beg one oga. One oga will say no be him be government, go come up for the office later.
It go come on high. But another person, like most of these properties they demolished recently. Let's say the Lekki one at least. I understand they've been served since 2020.
And some people cleverly sold it out to some other people.
They've been served.
Post-COVID.
Yes, they've been served since that time. And probably they've been served some other ones up until this one that demolition now happened. You understand? The current commissioner of environment that ensured that demolition happened was not in office 2020.
Of course.
So that is Ambo Joba. What did you call it last week? Yeah, so I said please use professionals. In all your property transactions, use the different professionals that you need at every stage to prevent and save you from this future. Because like I said last week, when you've invested your highest, usually property transactions are the highest ticket transactions most people would have in their lifetime.
Sure.
So if you've bought a house or built a house, that's the highest money you've spent on something in your lifetime.
Sure.
So you've invested your highest resource, or you've invested the most in an asset, and then you invested wrongly and it's coming down. People People die because of that.
People go down too.
Yes, they get
yes,
heart attack and all of that because of. So you want to prevent all of that. Use professionals. When you have to use a proper agent, SSOB and Bala, use. When you have to use a lawyer, use. When you have to use an architect, use. You have to use a builder to build, use.
Collect your papers,
QS, use. Get a proper approval and all. You see, the secret to all of these things is that you can negotiate rates.
Yes.
That's what people don't realize. They just want to run away from this and say, I want to do, instead, let me go and do Baba Kamaru, let me go and do Jumbo. You can negotiate rates. They are also in business.
Yes.
You understand? And you will be able to get, in fact, some of these things, if you have them as friends and family, you can even get it far, 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 far cheaper. But you see, the input a professional will give you cannot be compared to somebody that does not have okunleyin. You understand what I'm saying? So, yes. So,
English with that too.
Yes, now, that's the English of Enti Olokunleyin.
There is Yoruba lesson song.
No, as in that's Yoruba. Enti Olokunleyin is Yoruba. English is Ti Olokunleyin.
Ti Olokunleyin, okay.
Yeah, you don't know.
Mo just to call
I just get it.
They will me, I hope you are learning. Ti Olokunleyin.
So please use people that have Okunleyin. Do you understand? People that have a tail that you can pull. And what does that mean? They are professionals. They subscribe to a code of ethics that they are registered to. That if they also mess up,
it can affect their
you can go and report them. Do you understand? And it can affect their life. There are people that have been yanked off associations and their livelihood because of misdemeanor or behavior or abnormal practices or professional practices in business. So please, and please, use professionals, because it's not enough. We can't sit here and teach people all that they need to know about how to properly build.
But we can give them the hints.
But the professionals have been trained and they know. We will give you hints. It's not for you to think that you have now become the authority. No. It's for you to know at least what to expect and what is expected of you.
To go and meet.
And the various people.
And when you go and meet them too, at least when people they talk about property too, as I mean, if they talk small.